there's a sin. One team here might need to ask for forgiveness, sitting just outside the rankings and wanting what their opponent today has, a spot in the top 25. Welcome to Sooner Nation in Gaylord Family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Sooners about to kick it away and get this season started. He'll bring it out. It's Carr. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him one. Let's take a minute and talk about Miami. The good news about starting the season outside the top 25, not a lot of lofty expectations. You can sneak up on a few teams, but sooner or later, you're going to want to get that attention and get into those rankings.
A lot more, but it's not impossible. In recent years, you saw it with Indiana coming out of absolutely nowhere. You saw it back in the day with USF. You've seen it with Rutgers. Like, in the past, you can do it. You can put it together, gain some momentum, but it starts with this game right here.
TCU reached the national championship game a few years back. No one expected much of them that season either, so you never know. What's important is what people believe inside your own locker room. This team thinks they can do some really special things this year, and they get a chance to start strong here in week 1.
The Sooner fans booming. A cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on third down. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. They'll run the screen. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Makes a move. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Handoff from the gun. Done enough for the first down. They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with the 15-yard pickup. You know, Oklahoma's DNA is being tough. They have a whole drill about being tough named after them, the Oklahoma drill, and they won that one.
And we've seen that kind of come and go some throughout the years, but it started with serious physicality back in the day when they ran the option and just hit you in the mouth. But, you know, football's involved, and that's the one thing about this offense. Can they keep their physicality and assert their physicality? The good Oklahoma teams are physical.
Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24. First down. To the air, it's Hawkins. Steps away to find some room. Got it in the middle, it's King. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Wants to throw again. It's complete. And he was dying to push his way in there, but he's knocked down at the 3. This tight end just creates matchup problems no matter how you try to defend.
How about the catch radius on him, too? So as a quarterback, you don't have to be perfect when throwing it to him. You just got to get it somewhere in his vicinity, and he can come up with the catch.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. They'll try to run for it. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Sooner! They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays and closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Bringing it back. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Takes the easy completion. And that's a very productive first down play in bringing up 2nd and 3. And the Canes will hustle to the line. Guys, let's look big picture Miami. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system, fit their culture, and now they're bringing them in so they can rise the tide of this team.
Yeah, this feels like a curated roster, right? They only had a few holes that they had to fill up, but they went out, they put their effort into finding the right guy. They feel like they've upgraded their roster with just a few portal additions.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's cut. And the Canes will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Books it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. To the air, it's Hawkins. That's reeled in, it's Devlin. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
Complete to the right. What a nice connection. Knocked down immediately, and they've got it at the 25. Really effective concept against the zone there, and it helps all the more, David, when you have a tight end that can get downfield.
No doubt. Take your tight end, put him in the slot, makes it easier, better matchup. Now he's got a good corner route. You can tell. Sticks his foot in the ground, quarterback puts it up there. Know he's got zone, know he's got the big fella. He goes up, catches the football, makes the big game.
The sweet feet buy a little time. Got a little space. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down, get some positive yards.
And the Sooners have pushed it inside the 20. To the air on 2nd down. Unleashes to the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Oklahoma!
I know we're only in game one, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
The AT unit on the field. Just got a little casual with it and blew the extra point. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, back to your game in a moment, but first we have to show you how the script is being written here. Tulsa is in front. They've answered the bell today, but they still have to finish the job, and that is no sure thing right now. They are up by 7 over Buffalo. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Give to the running back. Pass to Sticks, and he may get more. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
That's a nice-looking run, man, and what a legacy here when you think about Edgerrin James and Frank Gore, Willis McGahee, Clinton Portis, game breakers at the running back position. This guy, he seems like he's destined to play on Sunday.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Off the play fake on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Working that left side. Crosses the 30. He's got away. He wasn't far from taking it to the house, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter. We reached the quarter break with Oklahoma on top, and they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Looking downfield on first down. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Canes! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
I don't know what play they called, but I would call it again because the defense had no idea what was going on. Receiver comes wide open, catches the football, and gets the easy touchdown.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they close that drive going to the air for the final few inches. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll return it. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. They'll go to the toss. Thrust that arm out. He'll step out of bounds at the 23-yard line after a productive play for this offense.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Sooners with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Trying play action. Throws to the tight end. Finds his man. It's Washington. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working. They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield. First and 10. Looking to throw, it's Hawkins. Quarterback adapting. Now he'll throw back into the middle. Just like that, a huge gain, and they've got it inside the 10. They'll mark it at the 8.
You got to love the rhythm this quarterback is in here on this drive, guys. 2 completions. He's seeing the safety rotation. That time, saw the one-on-one matchup he wanted, took a shot. He is in a groove.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Now on the option. Now the pitch. He goes out of bounds, and he is really close to the goal line there, knocking on the door.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
They keep nudging it closer, but now it's 3rd and goal from the 1. They'll try to pass their way in. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster.
And on that situation on the 1-yard line, the defense brings so many guys. Palmer gets in the backfield, creates the negative play.
Yeah, I think we're seeing the overall athleticism of this defense. They've got guys flying to the ball.
Here comes the field goal unit. Not a chance. Missed it. The lead is still 6 after the miss.
And that's just the chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Got the 1st down and still on his feet. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
And the Hurricanes just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Fires to the tight end. There he goes. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
The defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
The Hurricanes now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Starting to feel a little pressure. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their head. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge 3rd down play. The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half.
Timeout, Miami.
They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. Gonna look downfield again. Release to the back. Oh, he makes the catch. Turning it on. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. The Canes will have it 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
That is what I'm talking about. So many guys lose where they're at on the field, lose the down and distance. It's third down. I can't slide. QB knows it. Nice job using his noggin and his heart, lowering the shoulder to get the first down on third down.
And the Canes, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. He now has 53 yards rushing in this first half, and he is making quite the impression in the opener. This offense can get a jolt of momentum headed to the locker room if they can take the lead here. Quarterback on the keeper. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Man, I love that play by this corner. You know why? When you run the option and that thing gets spread out, your DBs have to commit to tackling. And how about the cornerback coming up, sticking his face in the fan, and making a play? You love to see DBs tackle like that.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. To the end zone, and it's picked off.
Who says defensive backs don't have hands? Nice job breaking on the football and making the catch. A lot of times you see guys swat it down or you see them trying to catch it. It looks like they have 2 left hands. Defensive backs don't catch real well. Nice job breaking on the football. Nice job securing the INT and actually catching it.
They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. From the gun, running back gets to give. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets him out to the 25-yard line.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Looking to throw, it's Hawkins. Under fire. Caught behind the line. It's Ferguson. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
Looking to throw on first down. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Going to try to get... Oh, he's got some space. Thought for a minute they were going to turn that into a score. They get the big play, but time runs out here in the half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Canes will boot it away to start the second half. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw, it's Hawkins. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Brings it in down the left side. They make the stop, but a big pickup thanks to the big arm from the senior quarterback.
Well, he's able to make it easy after that catch, and I think his speed is something that just scares DBs to death. And you think about great Oklahoma receivers recently, guys like CeeDee Lamb, Sterling Shepard, Hollywood Brown. DBs gave them so much cushion because they were afraid they were going to get run by, and I think that's how defenses treat this guy too. With his speed and his playmaking ability, he scares you to death, and that cushion helps him out tremendously.
The offense changing the play. Motion from the back. They're looking to throw on 2nd and short. Spits it out to the back. Caught near the sticks. It's King. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown Sooner.
Really nice job by the quarterback getting through his progression. He wanted to throw that football down the field, but nobody was open. He never forgot about his running back, running the swing route, spitting it out to the perimeter, and letting him do the rest for a touchdown.
Looking for the 2-point try. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half.
Miami.
How about this? These guys are going for 2. Pushes toward the goal line. He's got a nose for that goal line. First he scored the touchdown. Now he makes his way in for the 2-point conversion. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. Finds his way up to the 24 before he goes out of bounds. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Stopped at the 42, but he got 15 yards on the play. You get a guy who can do that on the outside, and is sort of in the DNA of Miami's program.
Yeah, just speed. Those are guys that put fear in you. Those are the track stars. The Sunshine State produces so many of them. Those guys can absolutely fly.
Got out of trouble and throws. And the defense making a play and getting a hand on that pass.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Fires to the wideout. With the catch, it's Staley. He finally goes out of bounds after the explosive play, but now the question is, did the official see something to bring it back? The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. The give to the tailback. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backward.
Lets it fly deep downfield. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football. They knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
He is guided out of bounds, and they'll mark it at the 28.
After giving up a few extra yards after a hitch throw, I wonder if this defense is going to want to give this guy this much access moving forward. They might be thinking about more press coverage or playing some zone coverage where the corner's right up on him.
And the Hurricanes with the 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. A shot toward the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Man, this thing's starting to snowball now in a bad way for this offense. Second interception in as many drives. This quarterback has got to be able to turn the page and make better decisions.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Dropping back, it's Hawkins. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
I love defenses that can mix it up between man and zone. And I love the vision right here by the cornerback. Seeing the quarterback the whole way. Breaking on the football when that hand separates from the other hand. Nice job getting the deflection. Nice vision by that cornerback.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
You got to love this guy's speed, and obviously throughout his football career, it's paid dividends for him, but this ain't high school anymore. You just can't outrun everybody like you used to back on Friday nights. This defense is fast. They were able to get him outside of the pocket, chase him down, bring him to the ground for a huge loss.
That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be...
And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day.
Coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Wants to throw. It's Hawkins. They've got the screen set up. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Holding on the offense, accepted, so they'll back up and go at it again. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Looking to fire. Buys a little time with his feet. Uncorks it. Intercepted, and the defense He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And that's a frustrating play right there. Like, the protection was really, really good. Jesse, quarterback holds on to the football, has time, and then makes a critical mistake over the middle of the field.
And he's just staring his guy down for way too long. There was the defender that had a beat on him from the get-go, and he makes him pay. That's a mistake you don't expect to see that quarterback make.
They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. To the air on first down. Under fire. He steps out of bounds, and that'll be the end of quarter number 3. At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead. They built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Running back searching for a hole. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Off the play fake. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Miami! A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and then make the big play, get the touchdown.
And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Gentlemen, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in Conference USA. Kennesaw State has the lead right now, but this crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. They're up by 5 over Western Kentucky. We'll keep you updated as this one goes forward in a game that could shake up the CUSA race significantly.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute, build this lead a little bit bigger, put this thing away in the 4th quarter.
Now on first down from the 30. To the air, it's Hawkins. Get it out on the screen. Still running at the 40. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Try to get it to the edge. Creates a little space. Defense there to get him out of bounds as he gets it down to the 48.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got a lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking, more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just great job breaking off the big run. And the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
He rumbles ahead for 6 inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Quickly out to the tight end. He breaks into the open. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. Didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
And this is a perfect situation. This is a situation, if you asked me to be in before the game, the coaches would have been in heaven. I got the football. I got the lead on their side of the field. Nice gain on first down. Same exact script. Do it again. Run the football, run the clock, let that thing tick down. And if we add points, we add points.
This defense fully aware that he can run. They stop him after a short gain.
And one of the things I love about this defense is their speed. And they knew coming into the game that they were going to see quarterback run. But that time they had him all bottled up, and they were able to use their speed to make him go east and west and run him out of bounds. Not a great game.
On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And this one splits the uprights. And now the lead is extended a little further.
That's a big drive for this offense in the 4th quarter. Now to take a 2-possession lead, you got the other offense where you want them. Now you get to rush the passer, make them pass a little bit more, and don't give up those big plays. You're in a really good spot now.
And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They're going to test the right side with this one. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Here's a heat. He'll try to do it himself. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Back open in the middle. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll run for it. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains. The upset's been bubbling all day. Now at a full-fledged boil. Guys, see if they can finish it off.
Can the underdog hold on? That's the big question right now. They've done so many positive things in this game, David, to put themselves in position to win, but this is the critical moment where your execution has got to be at its best.
And sometimes you start thinking now, and you start letting that clock tick, and you stop kind of playing carefree. Keep doing what you've done all day long to build the lead, finish this thing out, pull off the big upset.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. That one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
I'll tell you, this offense just can't afford too many more incompletions because time's running out in the game. They need big plays in the passing attack, vertically down the field, and they've got to score some touchdowns.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Tremble. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Wants to throw it. Here's a throw downfield late. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Looking down the middle. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
And this defense knows exactly the spot they're in, man. They are up. They've got their more defensive backs on the field. They're dropping back. You can tell they are taking away the deep ball. Nice job understanding situation, understanding clock, and what the offense is trying to do to you.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. The Sooner fans booming, a cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's taking a deep shot. He almost had another one. They've already picked off three and just a hair away from number 4 there.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Makes the grab. He's got a first down. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Hurricanes!
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ballgame. Now, we got a one-possession game. We got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. So a drive there of 82 yards. And the finisher coming on a touchdown pass from 52 yards out. Few anxious moments there, but the Hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. Quarterback takes a knee.